with regard to the actual structure for today, I'm going to tell you guys what to eat, and then I'm going to be taking you through a full workout that's going to consist of a warm-up. We are going to be doing a full back workout, and then we are going to be doing some stretching at the end to cool down. The first stretch is going to be for the scapular retractor, so muscles like the middle trapezius and the rhomboids major and minor. For this one, it's going to be a PNF stretch for the rhomboids, and I'm going to be using a strength band. If you don't have a strength band, you could use a yoga strap, or you could even just go ahead and find something to hold on to and do the pulling motion that I'm going to show you. But if you do have strength bands, these things are great for performing this type of stretching. What you would want to do is find a nice sturdy column that you could wrap this around, and then once you actually have it wrapped around, you would take the other part, fasten it so that it is nice and tight. So I'm going to be using the cable machine because this thing is not going anywhere. And then what you would do from here is you would want to take your hand, fish it through the loop, and then you could use your fist just to go ahead and hold on. For this exercise right over here, you want to go back so that you feel a nice stretch. What you do is you would want to go into frontalization of the scapula. So imagine that you are protracting your scapula, moving it away from your spine. And then what you would want to do is retract your scapula for 6 seconds. We're going to hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to release it, twist a little bit more, get more into scapular protraction. And we're going to hold that for 10 seconds. Once 10 seconds has passed, we're going to repeat. So we're going to retract, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So 6 seconds total, and then release and get deeper into it. We're going to hold that for 10 seconds. Once 10 seconds has passed, we are going to do one more time for 6 seconds. So we're going to hold it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it and try and get even more of a stretch. For this final one, we're going to hold it for 20 seconds. So we're going to hold it a little bit longer on the final pass. And right now I'm thinking that's about 15 seconds. So let's hold on for a couple more. And now we're going to switch sides. So we're going to do the exact same thing. We are going to take our hand from underneath, fish our hand through, and my thumb is still sore from those damn figure 8 straps. And what we're going to do right now is, again, we are going to go into protraction. So we're going to get a nice stretch until you should be feeling a nice stretch right now, all in the upper back. We're going to retract, hold for 6 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax and get deeper into it. We're going to hold that for 10 seconds. So we've got about 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Retract for 6 seconds, and we're going to hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it. Get deeper into the stretch, and we're going to hold it for 10 seconds. We got about 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are going to retract the scapula, engage those rhomboids, hold it for 6 seconds. We've got about 3, 2, 1 left. We're going to release it, get deeper into the stretch. And this final pass, we're holding it for 20 seconds. That was about 5, so 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to release. And that was the PNF stretching for the rhomboids major and minor. Next, the second stretch is going to be for the posterior deltoid. For the posterior deltoid stretch, we are going to be performing the myofascial stretching exercise for the posterior deltoid. So for it, we want to create as much myofascial tension along the posterior chain. That way we can get a little extra myofascial tension on the posterior deltoid. We're going to do that by getting into a kneeling position, and we are going to sit down onto our calves. At the pelvis, we're going to go into retroversion, so we're going to tuck our pelvis underneath us. And then what we're going to do with the shoulder to get a little bit of a pre-stretch on the posterior deltoid is we are going to go into protraction. So we are going to move the shoulder blade away from the body, and we're going to just reverse engineer the action. So because the posterior deltoid is responsible for extension, lateral rotation, and abduction, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to go into flexion, medial rotation, and adduction. And when we're doing this exercise, we want to make sure that we're engaging the muscle. We're going to pull it across, but we also want to make sure that we are actively going into adduction, going into medial rotation, and going into flexion while we are performing the stretch. At the chin, we want to tuck the chin in, and we are going to slightly flex the spine. And then we are going to look down between our thighs, and we're going to push our head up toward the sky. For this one right over here, we are going to hold it for 30 seconds. For the entire 30 seconds, you want to make sure that you are going all out. You don't want to get any slack on the deltoid whatsoever. So if you find that you're losing some of that medial rotation, twist that arm in. If you find that you are losing some of that adduction, start moving across to the side a little bit more. If you start retracting the shoulder, again, go into more protraction. Once 30 seconds has passed, we're going to go ahead, relax the arm a little bit. You could shake it off, and then we're going to do the other side. So same thing. We're going to go into slight flexion, medial rotation, adduction, and then we are going to pull across while keeping the chin tucked in, crown of the head up, and eyes looking down between the thighs. And we're going to go for 30 seconds. So I'll just count with you guys. That was roughly 5. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. If you guys don't like hearing me count, then what you guys can do is just mute the video and you guys can just stop as soon as I finish the exercise. I think, though, that we are at 25 right now. And now we are going to perform that 2 more times. So once again, we are going to just, go ahead, sit down. You're going to tuck the pelvis underneath you, protraction, flexion, medial rotation, adduction, chin tucked in, crown of the head up, eyes looking down to put the dura mater under tension, pull across, and we are actively going into flexion, medial rotation, and adduction as we are pulling across. And we are going to hold this for 30 seconds. That was probably about 10 seconds right there. And I'll just talk to you guys instead of counting because I know you guys probably don't want me to count. So I'll just tap on my thigh, and hopefully my tapping is on point with all of the metronome that we've been playing today. Got about 5 seconds left. And we're going to release. And we're going to do the other side. So flexion, medial rotation, adduction, pull across, chin tucked in, head up. And we're going to hold that for 30 seconds. For the myofascial stretching exercises, we are going to be performing 3 sets of 30-second holds. And that's pretty much for all of the myofascial stretching. Whenever we perform myofascial stretching, it's always 3 sets of 30 seconds. I think we're somewhere at around 20 seconds right now. So we got about 10 seconds left before we get to the final pass. And if you guys are like me and you guys have really, really tight shins, then you are going to have to kind of get out of it for a couple seconds just to give your shins a little bit of a break because my anterior tibialis is really, really tight. So now we're going to go ahead and do the final pass. Flexion, medial rotation, adduction, pull it across, make sure that the shoulder's protracted, keep that chin tucked in, and this is the last one. So we're just going to hold it for 30 seconds before moving on to the left arm. And then once we do the left arm, we have 1 stretch left, and then that is it for the entire routine. And that is it for day 1 of the 80 days to your dream body. I think we got about 5 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're going to go to the left side. Last pass. Flexion, medial rotation, adduction, pull across, keep that shoulder protracted, chin tucked in, crown of the head up, eyes looking down to put the dura mater under tension. And we are going to just keep holding that for 30 seconds. That was about 10. So just got about 15-ish seconds left. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And that was it for the myofascial stretching for the posterior deltoid. The next stretch is going to be the myofascial stretching for the latissimus dorsi muscle. For the myofascial stretching for the latissimus dorsi, we are going to be in a half kneeling position. So imagine that you are in the bottom position of a lunge. You're going to be on one knee. The knee that is on the floor, that is going to be the side of the lat that we are stretching. What you want to do for this one, same thing. We got posterior pelvic tilt to put the thoracolumbar fascia under tension and get a pre-stretch on the latissimus dorsi, because the latissimus dorsi, it attaches to the thoracolumbar fascia, which attaches to the ilium. And then from that position over there, we're going to take the working arm, we're going to place it up and over our head. With the non-working arm, we are going to pull it across. And then what we want to do to get more of a stretch is we are going to do a contralateral side bend. So if we're stretching the right side, we are going to bend to the left. And then what we're going to do to get a little extra stretch is we're going to do some contralateral flexion of the cervical spine. So we're going to tilt the head away, and then some ipsilateral rotation. So we're going to look toward the side that we're stretching, and we are going to hold this for 30 seconds. This is a great stretch for the lats, and especially with all of the training that we were doing today for the lats. This one right over here, it's also great for the long head of the triceps brachii, because a lot of people don't realize this, but when you do pulling, you are working the triceps as well, because the long head of the triceps brachii, it does cross the shoulder, and it is responsible for shoulder extension. So yeah, we're getting a good lat stretch right now, and also a good stretch on the triceps brachii, specifically the long head of the triceps brachii. Now we're going to go ahead and switch sides. So right now my left knee is on the floor, got the pelvis tucked in to put the thoracolumbar fascia under tension with the left arm, reach up and over with the right arm. I'm going to pull my shoulder across. I'm going to do a contralateral side bend by bending away. And then I'm going to do a contralateral side bend of the cervical spine by looking away, and ipsilateral rotation by looking toward the side I'm stretching. And we are going to hold this for 30 seconds. And you want to make sure that you keep all of those components in check. So if you start losing some of that bend, get back into it. These myofascial stretches should not feel easy. They should be pretty intense while you are performing them. If they feel really easy, you're probably not doing it right. And I think we got probably about 10 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. That felt like about 30 seconds. Let's slowly come out of it. And we're going to switch sides. We're going to do the right side for the second time. So again, retroversion of pelvis, chin tucked in, slight flexion forward. We are going to bring the arm up overhead. Opposite arm is going to pull it across, side bend at the neck, slightly look up to the sky with the side to the side that you're stretching, and we're going to hold that for 30 seconds. That was about 10 seconds. So we got about 20 seconds left to go. If you guys have any questions with regard to the myofascial stretching or with regard to any of the exercises that we did today, go ahead, drop your comments down in the comment section, and I will help you guys out as much as I can. I think we got about 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and let's slowly come out of it. And we're going to switch sides. And I should have busted out some of those pads because the turf is not very forgiving on the knees. Let's tuck the pelvis underneath us. We are going to keep the chin tucked in, kind of the head up, eyes looking down, arm up and over the head. With the opposite arm, I'm going to pull it across, side bend at the neck, look up. This is going to be a great way to finish off a very intense back workout. You just hammered the shit out of your lats, so now just stretch them out nicely. That'll help dissipate some of the delayed onset muscle soreness that you're going to be experiencing in a couple days. And let's say we got about 10 seconds left. All right, I'm going to come out of it. We've got one final pass on each side. I should have used an interval timer. That way we could have been exact. Food for thought for the next video. On the next video, I will use an interval timer when we do the myofascial stretching. Pelvis tucked underneath, arm up, opposite arm pulls it across, side bend at the neck, ipsilateral rotation, and we're going to hold that for 30 seconds. Drop your comments down in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of day 1 of the 80 days to your dream body. How was the workout? Did you find it difficult? Was it pretty easy? If it was easy, you definitely need to go up in weight because it should not have been easy. I think we got about 5 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's come out of it. Switch sides. Retroversion of the pelvis. Get that thoracolumbar fascia under tension. Chin tucked in, crown of the head up, eyes looking down. Arm up overhead. Opposite arm reaches across. Contralateral side bend of the neck. Ipsilateral rotation of the cervical spine. And after we finish this one final pass, that is it. You guys can turn the video off. You guys can curse me all you want. I think we got 10 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come out of it. Let's go ahead, stand up, shake everything off. And congratulations, you just completed day 1 of the 80 days to your dream body. Comment down, let me know what you guys thought, but that's it for today. Thanks for sticking around until the end of the video. Be sure to like, share, and leave a comment as it'll help the algorithm. And if you enjoyed the content, show your support by subscribing to the channel by clicking on the icon in the bottom right corner. And if you really want to show your support, then consider becoming a member by clicking on the icon in the bottom left corner. These new high-quality videos aren't cheap to edit, and the $5 membership will really help with the video editing budget. You'll also get access to a ton of exclusive perks like early access to videos and this program design lecture playlist in the top right-hand corner. And if you want to learn how to do a one-armed pull-up, then check out the playlist on the top left corner.